What's going on? We back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. Y'all know what it is, man. Talk some more Detroit Lions. What's going on, Beast Mode? 21840. I see you. Talk about some Lions today. We play the Packers. Excuse me. A lot of injuries. A lot of injuries in this game, man. A lot. You know, I just listened to somebody else. Randall Cobb is out. Geronimo Allison is still in concussion protocol. It's a lot going on. Let me check out the injury report officially. If Allison was still in concussion protocol Friday, he ain't playing. Tell you that right now, he ain't playing. So let's check out the injury report. We know that one bad man gonna play Aaron Rodgers. And Lions got a gang load of fucking injuries. I mean, Ziggy out again. Like, I'm so done with him. Super done with Ziggy, man. Fuck Ziggy. Okay. Trying to see what the injury report look like. 1 second. Trying to get a current injury report. Let me check it out. Just 1 second, y'all. What's going on, Darnell? Who is injured? Our Lions isn't playing. Well, Ziggy ain't playing. Mike Roberts ain't playing. TJ Lang ain't playing. They got 4 defensive backs that's questionable. Quadre with the fractured hand. Neville Lawson is ill. Tracy Walker and Tavon Wilson also injured. So you might see Killebrew back at safety this game. No possible. Well, I got the Lions injury report. Green Bay injury report here. Yeah. Randall Cobb is out. Adams is questionable with a calf. Jair Alexander questionable. The corner I really like coming out of Louisville this year. I know the Packers had Bashard Breeland. He questionable with a hamstring. Geronimo Allison, hamstring and concussion. I don't think he ain't playing if he's still in concussion protocol. Jimmy Graham, knee. Sound like he gonna play. Kevin King, groin. Sound like he gonna play. Aaron Rodgers like he gonna play. Brian Bulaga, the tackle, like he gonna play. So they could be missing Cobb and Geronimo Allison this game. Talk about the Lions injury report. Blunt still got an illness. I think he cleared to play. Tavon Wilson back. Tracy Walker ankle questionable. Nevin Lawson illness questionable. Marvin Jones Jr. they probably play. He questionable with an ankle. Eli Hero questionable, not injury related. Deshaun Hand ankle questionable. Quadre Digg hand questionable. Roberts, TJ Lang, and Ziggy Ansah is out. I mean, it don't really matter. They released Hakeem Valles. They did. I ain't see that, man. Good looking. I ain't see that. So it is what it is. I got a video I meant to drop yesterday about the tight ends on the Lions. I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna do that Jamal Agnew video today too. I'm gonna do those. But there's an injury fest right here. Packers receivers and the Packers DBs and the Lions defense. So this got high scoring all over it. This got classic Lions win written all over it right here. Yep. This is the classic Lions win right here, I'm telling you. Or this is the classic Lions epic letdown because Green Bay missing Allison. I think he gonna be out with the concussion. And they missing Randall Cobb. So they leave them with Devontae Adams. Not sure who else they got. I think Jeff Jennings. Ty Montgomery is a receiver running back out the backfield. They still got Jimmy Graham, who, let's just face it, Jimmy Graham, what's up, Frederick Woods? Jimmy Graham ain't what he used to be, okay? Jimmy Graham, Aaron Rodgers can't even make Jimmy Graham look good. So, you know, it's a good game, but the bad thing for Lions in this game is that Green Bay got Aaron Jones back. He's a good running back. He got a lot of carries when he returned. He got some carries when he returned. Last week, he got pretty much good carries. I think this is going to be a big Aaron Jones, Ty Montgomery, and the other running back game. Looking for a fantasy sleeper. I know we all over the place right now. I think Aaron Jones, and if you're really, really looking for somebody, you're really desperate, if you standard, you need somebody to pick up off the waiver wire, or, I mean, doing daily fantasy, DraftKings, Yahoo, FanDuel, that's my thing. And you need somebody, you trying to fit AB and Julio Jones and Ty Gurley in, and you need somebody else cheaper. Ty Montgomery is probably your cheap guy that's probably going to play some receiver. He's probably going to run the ball some as well, too. So, even Green Bay, a pass-happy offense like them, okay? Excuse me. Even Green Bay, a pass-happy offense like them, they don't really need their receivers versus the Lions, okay? All they got to do is run the ball with Jones and the other running back. What's his name? Jamal, whatever his name is. And then you get the matchup with Ty Montgomery, like the Cowboys got to match up with Ezekiel Elliott on Davis. Okay, none of the Lions linebackers cover Ty Montgomery. You know, the Packers don't even need their receivers this game. Devontae Adams, if he played, plenty enough. Jimmy Graham played, plenty enough. Because you're going to get Ty Montgomery, you know, on a linebacker. Aaron Jones, they can't stop a nosebleed. Go run the ball. I mean, Aaron Rodgers shouldn't even have to drop back more than 20 times this game. The Packers just got to continue to feed the beast, feed Aaron Jones, you know, feed Ty Montgomery, feed the other back, have Aaron Jones and Ty Montgomery come out the backfield, get the matchups on the linebackers. Then they should win this game, okay? You ain't got to worry about Darius Slay shadowing Devontae Adams, okay? You know, Jimmy Graham without Quandre Diggs or with Quandre Diggs in one hand, this should be a shootout. And same thing for the Lions. Okay, none of them corners, and I like Jaire Alexander. He's a rookie, though. Okay, none of them corners match Golden Tate. Okay, none of them corners match Marvin Jones. Okay, none of them corners match Kenny Galladay. Okay, none of them match up. You know, but you worry about the running back situation with the Lions. Okay, they won't commit to Kerryon Johnson. They keep wanting to run the ball and keep Theoretic. He's been very, very ineffective this season. LeGarrette Blount been very, very ineffective, but they said they're going to keep the running back rotation. So if I'm in fantasy, I shy away from Kerryon. I shy away from all Lions running backs because they're going to continue to split those touches up no matter how much negative yard Blount get, no matter how many times Theoretic run the same option route, and no matter how many times Kerryon Johnson run over an opponent, how many times he break off big runs, and then they sit him on the bench for the next 2 or 3 series, and then they break his rhythm, he come back in. It don't even matter. It don't matter. You know? I trust the Packers' competence more than I trust the Lions' incompetence, if that makes sense. He said if we lose tomorrow, we should just shoot for a good draft pick. Yeah, this game is set up for the Lions to win tomorrow, even without some of their defensive backs if they don't play, if they do play. They should be shooting for the draft right now, you know, but the division is so terrible, and the Lions have so much promise coming in, and every team think their team got a shot coming into the season, training camp. When everybody underestimated Jim Bob Cooter, the way he can mess this thing up, the Lions ain't never had, as long as I can remember, the Lions ain't never had a good offensive coordinator. Going back to Mike Martz, he had the Lions going up and down the field, couldn't figure out how to run the ball, couldn't figure out how to get the ball in the end zone. Go to Scott Linehan. He couldn't figure out how to consistently pick up third downs and extend drives. All the Lions had was explosive plays down the field. You would think they'd be very, very particular about who they chose about being their offensive coordinator. Jim Caldwell just came off not so long ago. He did come off the Baltimore Ravens. He called the Super Bowl run with Joe Flacco's 13 touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay, He hires Joe Lombardi. He's terrible. He refuses to call the plays. He upgrades Jim Bob Cooter to call the plays. He sucks. He refuses to call the plays. Like you, I mean, do the Lions know they really have the problem is really the offensive coordinator? I mean, you didn't have 4 offensive coordinators that I can remember that still can't figure out how to run the ball. Martz, Linehan, Lombardi, Jim Bob Cooter. I don't know, Joe Cash. He said, "I can have a top 5 rookie running back and not use him." That's what I'm saying. Told you, man. The Lions don't know their real problem. They don't know their real problem. And I told people, they said, the defense was a problem. The defense ain't the problem. I'll tell you that right now. It's a problem. I'm calling about last year, but it ain't the problem. The problem is the Lions have never consistently had an offense that could pick up third downs, that can keep drives going and go up the field without explosive plays and run the ball. That's the biggest problem. The biggest problems have been with the Lions offense going back to Calvin Johnson. That's been the biggest problems. Even with Calvin, it was explosive plays or nothing. And the Lions go out here, they pick up Matt Patricia. Like Terrell Austin wasn't a good fucking defensive coordinator. That was a blessing to have him as defensive coordinator. And what they gave him some of them years, he made fucking Thanksgiving, with scraps. Okay, your offense is that with your $100 million quarterback, they haven't figured out how to be an efficient offense. It's just what it is. The dude from that Coastal Vikings. Let's keep it real. His ass should have been in Detroit. He from Dearborn. He went to Devon Childs. Okay, he should have been in Detroit. Pat Shurmur should have been a Detroit Lions, head coach. That was an easy pick. You could let Terrell Austin run the defense still. You pick Jim Bob Cooter, when everybody know Jim Bob Cooter suck. He do. Lions sorely lack size and defensive. They don't just lack size, they lack youth. They lack youth. They lack youth. And they lack speed. Devin Kennard, he been good. Don't get me wrong. Christian Jones, I really don't pay him no attention. I don't like he mess up that much, but I don't like he flash and make plays. Okay? But the Packers this weekend, bro, all they got to do, man, look here, man. All they got to do is run the ball and get Jimmy Graham, on the safety, or get him on a linebacker, get Ty Montgomery on Jared Davis, or Aaron Jones can catch the ball. It's a simple game plan. You can use Devontae Adams as a decoy. He ain't got to do shit this game. Now, if Darius Slay don't shadow Adams, and you just so happen to get Devontae Adams on Nevin Lawson and Jamal Agnew, so be it. Yeah, F the Packers. After Packers. You're right. After Packers. But at the end of the day, this shit ain't got to be complicated for them to win this game. I'm just saying. The Lions got the 4th most sacks in the league. Take it for how you want it. The Lions got the 4th most sacks in the league. The Lions just can't stop the run. That's the problem. And the linebackers can't cover. I'll say it again. And the linebackers can't cover. All they got to do, especially if Quadre don't play, and if he play with the club on his hand, Jimmy Graham should eat this game on some of these linebackers, and Ty Montgomery and Aaron Jones should eat, and especially Montgomery in the passing game. This is not a tough game for Green Bay to put up points. For the Lions, it's tough. It's tough for the Lions, okay? It's tough for the Lions because the Lions it could be so right. It could be too right for the Lions, bro. It's simple. The Lions got matchups all over the field. 3-step drop for Stafford. Play action. 3-step drop slant. Go quick zig route. Whatever you want with Golden Tate. Golden Tate should have another huge game this week. Golden Tate should have another huge game. Kenny Galladay should have a huge game. Marvin Jones a little banged up. He should have an okay game. Kerryon Johnson should have a fantastic game this week, at least with touches. It's simple for the Lions. It's simple. Line up, hand the ball to Kerryon to get the Packers to commit to him. Okay, it may be stretch zone reads, may it be traps, power O's up the middle. You know, look at the matchups they got. Kevin King, Jaire Alexander banged up. Whoever else they got, can't touch him. You can't. I mean, who gonna guard Golden Tate? You know, the Lions should slice and dice through this defense. But Jim Bob Cooter just, I mean, I don't know what Jim Bob Cooter style is. Can anybody subscribe Jim Bob Cooter style? Because you got the West Coast offense, that Green Bay play, okay? For years. I don't understand what Jim Bob Cooter style is. I can just describe it as a pass-happy offense. Watching Jim Bob Cooter offense, you would think running the ball was illegal. And the offensive line ain't even that bad this year. They have shown ability with Kerryon Johnson in the backfield to run the ball. They've shown Kerryon Johnson holes. Kerryon Johnson has broke out, had really, really good runs. Frederick say Frank Ragnow, Terrell Crosby are going to have their work cut off for them. Yeah, with Muhammad Wilkerson and Mike Neal. That's a tough matchup. But the Green Bay, they ain't that fucking good against the run. I doubt it. I'm not saying that Kerryon Johnson couldn't get a 100-yard game. I'm not saying that's not possible, okay? I'm not saying that's not possible. He can't get a whole 100-yard game. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is he ain't going to have the opportunity. And that's the kind of thing I wanted to get at too. And I'll make a video about it. Anybody talk about Jim Bob Cooter, okay? They say, oh, Jim Bob Cooter, he don't know how to run the ball. Jim Bob Cooter don't even know how to utilize his tight ends. Okay? Jim Bob Cooter can't utilize tight ends. Have anybody not noticed that? He did not even know how to utilize Eric Ebron. Look how Eric Ebron is utilized in Indianapolis. Now, Eric Ebron had a shitty day in Philly. He dropped a few balls and did a video on that a couple weeks ago. But this week, he dropped some balls, but Eric Ebron was catching balls down the field. Eric Ebron was stretching the field for the Indianapolis coach. Down the middle of the field, down the sidelines, deep crossing routes. The Lions never attempted to throw the ball deep or made a successful completion deep to Eric Ebron that I remember. Luke Wilson is a tight end that was known in Seattle for stretching the field. Luke Wilson stretched the field with Seattle. He got down the field. All the Lions do is that same bootleg tight end roll to the flat. That's it. The Lions do not know how to utilize the tight end. They do the same bootleg to the flat to the tight end. They'll do an occasional tight end screen, and then they'll do a shallow crossing route or a mid drag route to the tight end every time. The tight end position has no flair. To be honest, looking at the film, the Lions tight end play is just as bad as the Lions running back play over the last few years. Think about it. The Lions don't utilize tight ends until they get in the red zone. Real talk. And people say, well, on 97, we will be better off with Ebron. No, you won't. You won't be better off with Ebron because Jim Bob Cooter doesn't know how to utilize the tight end. With all his failures amongst the Lions offense, everybody forgets it's him. It ain't Luke Wilson that's terrible. It wasn't Hakeem Vallis that was terrible. It wasn't Mike Roberts that was terrible. Jim Bob Cooter don't know how to utilize the tight end. Ebron is a dude that run what, a 4.5 at a tight end, maybe a 4.4, and you do not utilize his speed. You do not let him stretch the field. You do not put him on wheel routes. That's his strength, is catching the ball down on the field. Post between the safeties. Flag routes from the tight end position. Well, post routes from the tight end position. He never ran any real deep routes in Detroit. Everything was in the flats or a little shallow crossing route. That's it. Or a drag route. Ebron never stretched the field like he doing in Indianapolis. Yeah, he was dropping passes in Indianapolis, especially versus Philly. But they didn't lose confidence. He made a lot of deep catches down the field. The Lions don't even throw the ball down the field to the tight end. You got Luke Wilson, who got elite tight end speed, just as Ebron, not as fast. But have y'all seen Jim Bob Cooter throw it to Luke Wilson down the field like Seattle did? Robert's been injured. Jim Bob Cooter can't utilize tight ends and can't utilize running backs. And you know what? Do we give? Is this a built-in excuse for Bob Quinn to buy some more time for Matt Patricia? Hell no. Nah. They don't get that excuse. They don't get that excuse. Make sure I hit the like button for me, man, so we can see more people can see the video. We can track more audience. Aaron Brown said, I've been a Lions fan for years, and I've seen difference. We had Tony Sheffield, Brandon Pettigrew. We used them, and they did use Ebron down the field. He just dropped a bunch of balls. I didn't see them use Ebron down the field. I don't remember seeing that, especially in Jim Bob Cooter offense. Now, if they got to the red zone and you say, okay, 20 yards out, I'm talking like Luke Wilson down the field with what he was doing in Seattle, 30, 40 yards down the field. I'm talking Eric Ebron when he doing in Indianapolis, 20, 30 on deep fly routes, on deep post routes. Ebron never got that opportunity, at least on a consistent basis. No, I mean, you don't understand what I'm saying. You're not playing to Luke Wilson's and Ebron's strength, which is they have the ability and the speed to go downfield and catch deep balls. They do not stretch the middle of the field. They do not stretch the middle of the field in Jim Bob Cooter's offense. They do the same rollout to the flats on the bootleg and the same little deep, shallow crossing route. You don't see them in zone coverage streak down the middle of the field, or you don't see them do a post route behind the linebacker and between the two safeties. You don't see that. Or you don't see them go deep and do a post route or a flag route from their tight end position off the line and stretch. You don't see that. You don't see that. They do not stretch the field. Ebron never stretched the field. He dropped some balls. Yeah. Anytime Ebron had the ball that traveled in the air a little bit was in the red zone. Ebron never went down the field and was able to outrun coverage and outrun linebackers and safeties. He never got that opportunity. Look at what he did in Seattle last week. His speed was a factor. His speed was a factor. Luke Wilson's speed is a factor. Luke Wilson can run. But he keep doing the same ass fucking crossing route, the same drag route, the same rollout, the same bootleg to the flat. It's the same shit, bro. It's the same exact shit. He don't even know how to utilize tight ends or running back. How are you qualified to be an offensive coordinator and your tight end usage and your running back usage suck? And this should fall on everybody responsible for keeping Jim Bob Cooter with the Lions. He said, Frederick said, it's like the Lions it's not even about to be a smash mouth team. They're not even a competent high fly offense. They're not even a competent high fly offense. They got a tight end that could run and run. I think Luke Wilson probably run a 4.5. They got a competent tight end that can run through coverage, and he haven't got a deep shot all year. You got a running back that can, and Kerryon Johnson, that's LeGarrette Blount, Theo Reddick, and Amir Abdullah in one. But you want to continue to run a mirror. I mean, theoretic, and everybody knows theoretic suck at running between the tackles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know he ain't no good running back. You know theoretic in the game, you just gotta play him out the pass, and it's the same passing option route for theoretic every time. Either I go do a Texas route, or before I do the Texas route, I do an option route and go outside the hash. It's the same shit. Jim Bob Cooter don't watch no film, bro. Jim Bob Cooter watch a simulation between the Lions and the team they play in the week and take his players off Madden, dog. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious, man. LeGarrette Blount is getting stopped in the backfield because everybody know when LeGarrette Blount in the game, he running inside the tackles. We don't respect him throwing it. You know, we don't respect him catching it for the most part. He ain't going to the outside. He ain't going to the inside. He going to the inside. He ain't going to catch nothing. And if he catch it, we gonna catch him. We gonna tackle him. It's the same shit. I told you, Green Bay. All Green Bay got to do offensively, okay? All Green Bay got to do is keep it simple, okay? I got a baby crying. I don't know what he crying for. Hold on, I gotta go handle this. Hold on. I know what he crying for, man. He need a nap. Hold on. All right, my bad. Crying baby. Hold on. Here, put your head up. Thank you. All right, my bad. Yeah. Gotta take care of a crying baby. Yeah, they can't put a lineup together for nothing, man. I mean, they can't put a drive together. The lack of you know, just incompetence to the running back tight end. But as far as Green Bay defense, I mean, Lions torched their linebackers and tight ends. I mean, linebackers and safeties last year. They torched them. They torched them. You know, Muhammad now. I think Mike Neal is really, really good. Clay Matthews, I mean, he really, really good still. You know, I don't think he was what he once was when he was just primary edge rusher. Now they trying to move him to the middle linebacker, outside line. I think they really hurt Clay Matthews' value, and it was for the better good of the team. I think they hurt his value. I think they hurt his value. Okay. I think they hurt his value. Okay, there goes Spider-Man. Spider-Man no sound right now though while I'm on. Spider-Man 1 and 2. Let me start it from the beginning. There you go. All right. Let me go to the comments. Stafford is an elite quarterback in the NFL, period. I mean, elite, you mean he got elite talent? I know, you're going to have to wait. He got elite talent, but he ain't no elite quarterback, bro. Elite quarterbacks win. Elite quarterbacks got playoff wins. He got elite talent, and you could blame that on the Packers. Okay, I mean you can blame that on the Lions management. You can blame it on Mark DeFord for not giving him the coaches around him. Okay, that's just simply what it is. Stafford got elite talent, but he don't have the coaches around him. He don't have a system. You know, and they can't run the ball. They don't use tight ends. You know what it is. DY's television. What's going on? Man, it should be a top 3 offense in football. All these weapons they have. It's a shame. Exactly. At the end of the day, I put it this way in the video I did talking about Stafford leadership and him being blind for leadership. You know, you can say it's not Stafford's fault, but Stafford chose to take the money. Stafford chose to stay in Detroit. Stafford chose to be here. Okay, he knew this franchise wasn't nothing. Okay, and I hate to say that under Mark DeFord and the Force, the franchise ain't been nothing. Okay, and I'm keeping the G rated right now. It's been nothing. He chose to stay here because he don't get a pass. He gonna pad his stats. Okay, it's not gonna be no expectations for the Lions to do nothing here. It's not like being in New York. It's not like being in Green Bay. It's not like being out in LA. It's not like being down in Dallas. He don't have no expectations. He get the bag every year, no matter if the Lions go 1-15 or 16-0. The Lions fans gonna show up and pay his salary. So why should he be fiery? It's nothing being asked of him to do here. He been here for 10 years and it's been mediocrity. And guys have came to the Lions and walked away. Okay. Guys who came to Detroit retired because they knew they didn't have a chance to win. Guys have left Detroit. I know it was a hype. It was just, I'm just saying. We know he ain't never been 1-15. I'm saying he could be 1-15 or 16-0, and we know they ain't never been 16-0. It don't matter. It is because of him. He's part of it. It is because of him. It's not all his fault. But it is because of Matthew Stafford. Stop giving him a pass. He chose to stay here and take the money, knowing that the Force and have no motherfucking real plans of winning. Calvin Johnson knew it. Barry Sanders knew it. Okay? Guys that been here like Cliff Averill knew it. Cliff Averill and left got a championship. Okay? Kyle Vanoy left and got a championship. All right? Ladarius Waddle left and got a championship. It's plenty of guys that left and had very, very good careers. You can always say it ain't on Stafford, but he the quarterback. To the victor go the spoils, and to the sorry shit go to blame the Stafford. Okay? I think if Stafford went to another team, let's just say he went to Houston before Watson got there, or Patrick Mahomes go to Kansas City before Patrick Mahomes got there, or you put him on Jacksonville, I think he had won a playoff game. It's not his talent in question, but he stayed with the Lions, so he part of the problem. He got to be part of the solution. It don't matter. You a quarterback, you always going to get the blame. You see when Blake Bortles was being sorry as hell, he got all the blame. But when he was playing good in the playoffs, he got all the praise, and he got a contract. He chose to be here. Matthew Stafford could have been walked away from the Lions and went somewhere else and been gold. But he comfortable because ain't no expectations in Detroit. When you come to Detroit, ain't no expectations. Like I said, either you won 0-16, 16-0, these fans going to support you. The most loyal fans out there. That's not saying much, Brandon Willis. They haven't won a playoff game since 1990. What, one? That's not saying much that Stafford is the best quarterback in here. That's not saying much. You act like, oh, Stafford the best. You act like this saying like, how can I put it? LeBron the best. I can't fucking put it. I don't know how I'm going to put that. You know, I'm trying to give a good example. You know, I mean, it's just like saying a player is the best player. All right, like Derrick Rose is the best player we had since Michael Jordan for the Bulls. Okay, that's like saying that. Okay, we know Michael Jordan was great, and Derrick Rose, you know, when he was in his heyday with Chicago, That's good because they ain't had a Michael Jordan for a while. But you talking about Stafford, the best quarterback we had. Charlie Batch, Eric Kramer, Scott Mitchell, Andre Ware. That ain't saying much. They ain't saying much at all. I mean, I don't even like I say, man, they can draft Stafford replacement short of him being Peyton Manning or being Cam. I just say Cam Newton because of his legs and his legs and his ability to be like everything for Carolina. You know, you can draft Stafford replacement. It won't matter. Stafford is doing what he can with the ingredients he be given. And I will say that. Stafford is doing what he can with what he got. This is the organization. How about you draft a new owner in the 2019 draft? Draft the owner's replacement. Draft the owner. It's the owners that's doing this, dog. It's the owners that got Bob Quinn here. Okay? You know, it's the owners that allowed, you know, Bob Quinn to fire Jim Caldwell and get rid of Terrell Austin to bring in Matt Patricia and keep Jim Bob Cooter, who everybody knew was the problem. Okay? Seriously, it's the owners. So, I mean, all y'all complaints, we could put it on Stafford. We could put it on Sanders. We could – hold on. What? That noise. I know ain't no noise. I told you, hold on. Ain't you supposed to be going to sleep? Yeah. Lay down. Okay. I could have left you in the room and made you go nap. Yeah. What? Mm-hmm. We need something. We need a new owner. We need to draft a new owner, man. You can say Stafford overrated and overpaid. I don't think so. Okay? I wasn't saying Mars was wrong, but he showed her some blame. But at the end of the day, look at your offensive coordinator, bro. Look at the organization. I'm just saying, man, it's deeper than Stafford, man. It's deeper than Stafford. It's deeper. It's an organization thing, man. Okay? But Green Bay, let's talk about what Green Bay need to do to win. I'll show the Packers some love. Like I said before, for the Packers to win offensively, they need to get they run the ball with Aaron Jones and the other guy. I always forget his name. Well, I'm gonna say his. I'm gonna get it right this time. So give me a minute. I'm gonna get this game. I'm gonna get this guy's name right. Hold on. Jamal Williams. That's what I will say. They need to run the ball with Jamal Williams, Aaron Jones, Ty Montgomery. Mostly, you probably want Ty Montgomery to be. You want Ty Montgomery to be You want Ty Montgomery to get on to run through these zones to get one-on-one with these linebackers. You want Aaron Jones to run through these zones, get one-on-one with these Lions linebackers. You want Aaron Jones to you want to feed him and run the ball. Lions run defense suck. That's what you really want, okay? You want the Lions to be able to run the ball the Packers to run the ball, play action, and hit Jimmy Graham and hit the receivers out the backfield, okay? And if you happen to get Devontae Adams on any other matchup in the Lions secondary outside of Darius Slay, then you want to take your shot, okay? But really, it's really Graham and the linebackers, Graham and the running backs with their matchups on the linebackers and the safeties for the Packers. And the Packers keep this game very, very simple. Slow the pace down, run the ball, hit their backs out the backfield, hit Jimmy Graham when they need to hit Jimmy Graham. And that's as simple as it got to be for them. Defensively wise, if I was the Packers, I want to shut down the run. I want to shut down the run early for the Lions. I want them to go to the air, and then I want to press. I want to blitz. I want to blitz with Clay Matthews. I want to blitz with a lot of stunts. I want to bring pressure and disguise pressure with a lot of stunts. I just want to get after Stafford and make Stafford make premature throws. Okay, and hopefully our secondary can hold up. But I want to slow the clock down, run the ball, and little passes to the running backs. But that's basically what they need to do. Okay, for the Lions need to continue to try to run the ball, commit to run the ball, and then when you play action or you want to do 3-step drops to smoke screens, 3-step drops to quick slants and stuff of that nature, you want to be able to, catch the Packers defensive backs and linebackers biting on the play action after you commit to running. And then you're going to be able to get some mistakes in that secondary, some blown coverage, or you're going to be able to get Golden Tate going across the middle. You're going to be able to get Jones and Galladay. The Packers have no matchups, even if they're 100% healthy. They cornerbacks ain't seasoned enough to match up with any other Lions receivers, okay? You know, Kerryon Johnson, we know it ain't going to happen, so it's probably a waste of breath. He needs to go ahead and be the vocal point of the running game. They need to throw some screens to Kerryon. They need to, you know, let him run, stretch zones, run on the inside, but he will shoulder the load with Theo Riddick and LeGarrette Blount. Defensively for the Lions need to key on stopping the run, okay? Make sure you keep Slay or keep a double team on Adams, and then, you know, make sure you jam Jimmy at the line and pray that your linebackers can hold up in coverage, okay, and versus these running backs. So if the Lions can stop the run and take away Adams and get hands on Jimmy Graham and be able to, you know, make Aaron Rodgers stay in the pocket, they should win this game, okay? What will you say in 3 years when Stafford still hasn't won a playoff game and not beaten above? I'm not going to say nothing. I'm tell you that I'm going to say the same thing. The Lions allowed him to still be here. He still wanted to be with the Lions. He could force a trade or he could retire, you know, but at the end of the day, no matter if it's Stafford or whoever is on this team, it starts from the top, okay? It starts from the top. That's what it is. It ain't necessarily all Stafford fault. Y'all bring the next guy in here and he don't win. What y'all gonna say? Okay? It's gonna be the same old for the Lions, man. The same old. Okay, that's what it is, man. It's the same old, man.
Same old.
Sorry, man. I thought I turned my speaker off. Oh, you heard sound that time, huh, little buddy? Detroit needs to find a real offensive coordinator to get rid of Zeke Johnson. And if Stafford can't cut it, then the real coordinator let him go too. Yeah, let him go too. I agree. Oh, my bad. When you leg. I agree. But I think ultimately, I picked the Packers 24-26 late field goal, man. But I think this is a game the Lions can win. Easily can win, okay? But I just think Aaron Rodgers is going to find a way to win the game. I don't think it's a talent discrepancy here. I think it's a coaching discrepancy. And I'm not just saying that I don't trust in the Lions' talent. I just trust more in the Green Bay coaching staff to find a way to win the game and the Lions to find a way to lose the game. Now, if you tell me that they going to run the ball and give it to Kerryon and do things the right way, which they have never done, then I say the Lions probably going to win. Yeah, Stafford not trash. Nowhere near trash. What do you make Eli Manning elite? He won two championships and looking like garbage. He old. What you mean? He old. Eli Manning is 40 years old, bro. Eli Manning is 40 years old. Would you take those two championships in Detroit right now? Would you take them two championships in Detroit right now? I would. You know what I'm saying? He led the league with interceptions 3 times. I'm taking Muhammad Wilkerson off. Oh, damn. Muhammad Wilkerson out for the season? Damn. I didn't know that, family. I know I didn't see him on the injury list. I thought he was still playing. Thanks, Aaron Brown. Well, shit. I think if the Lions give it to Kerryon, they can win. Cousins is overpaid. Garoppolo overpaid. Yeah, Garoppolo ain't did shit. But Garoppolo, he did something last year. He gave them some hope. He earned that contract. That team was hot garbage before he got there last year. Detroit is supposed to be 4-0. Nah, they supposed to be 1-3. I ain't going there. I've been doing that shit as a kid. Oh, if he would have did this and did that, you know, if Robert Porcher would have just, you know, got that sack instead of woofing when the Lions would have, man, I'm tired of doing that shit, man. I stay in Houston. They just like the Lions. Yeah, but Houston, man. Remember all that talent on defense. Jonathan Joseph, J.J. Watt, Clowney, man. I understand Watson not being back because he ain't really took no snaps since the ACL injury. He's starting to get back. But Houston, an expansion team, though, man. You know, they're an expansion team, so. And they didn't want to play. They won a playoff game before. Hell yeah, they won one already. Stafford is a low-budget version of Tony Romo. Yeah, I don't say that. But y'all can see the comparisons. Darrell Sherrod. I say the Lions I say trade Stafford and cut your losses for the future gains because he's just collecting a check on a dead-ass organization. Yeah, you could say that. But then, I mean, then the next guy get in here and do the same shit. You know, you stuck for the next 10 years with another motherfucker they keep putting trust in. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. What? I don't know what you're saying. Lay down. I don't really speak baby that well. Lions been around longer than sliced bread. Yep. But I was saying you trade Stafford, man. Like, I mean, trade the organization. We need to trade our owner, man. That's what I'm saying. You trust Bob Quinn to go find a replacement for Stafford? I don't. Ready to go sleep? No. No? Ready to go nap? No. What you want to do? Watch Spider-Man with the sound? Yeah. All right, we about to wrap it up, all right, buddy. Almost anybody, if you getting beat by a rookie quarterback playing their first game, what can you go throw the football to the other weapons? You can bring in any quarterback. And that same quarterback is going to have the same fate as Matthew Stafford. The same fate as Matthew Stafford. Y'all just going to be stuck with him for another 10 years. You're going to be in your 30s, going into your 40s, saying, man, you're going to be ready to switch your team. It's the Lions, man. It's the Fords. Bob Quinn did a good job with the line, though. Don't bash him too bad. What line? That motherfucker took him 2 years to get it straight, and it still ain't good because Jim Bob Porter don't know how to run the ball.
That's my tissue. That's my tissue.
Okay. We got all the tools to win, but Jim Bob Porter's a double agent. Yep. Kansas City got the worst defense in the league. Look at their offense. All right, let down. Kansas City got the worst defense. They ranked 32nd in the league, bro. And they 4-0. 4-0, fucking Kansas City Chiefs is, man. And people say, well, Patrick Mahomes got weapons. What do Stafford got? Jones, Tate, Galladay, Kerryon Johnson. Kansas City got motherfucking Tyreek Hill, whatever left for Sammy Watkins, and Travis Kelce and Kareem Hunt. That the talent discrepancy ain't that much. Is that Andy Reid is a better coach. The only reason Dallas and Seattle won off cheating. We ain't even played Seattle yet, so I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Jerry Davis is the reason Dallas beat y'all. Beat us, excuse me. Jerry Davis, sweet cover skills. Lionized. Lionized. Kansas City ain't going nowhere. What you mean? They 4-0? What you mean they ain't going nowhere? That's 3 more wins than Lions. I mean, with that defense, you might be right, but you better not forget Eric Berry coming back. And they got some really, really good young corners, too. And they still got Justin Houston and D4, so they manufacturing pass rush still. They manufacturing pass rush. And they got a quarterback. And they got an offensive coordinator or offensive mind in Andy Reid. And guess what? They know how to get a ball to their best weapon in Kareem Hunt. Then they got a speed guy in Tyreek Hill. Then they got the other guy, what's the other kid? DeAnthony Thomas. They know how to utilize their weapons. They was 5-0 with Alex Smith. With Alex Smith. Patrick Mahomes ain't Alex Smith. He ain't a 5-yard dink and dunk passer. Patrick Mahomes throwing that thing. Don't. What you mean? So what? You telling me that Stafford is not to blame for this situation, but you over here hating on Kansas City, like Alex Smith still playing there. They got the worst defense in the league, and they 4-0. We got comparable weapons to Kansas City. We 1-3. Get out of here, man. No, he ain't a rookie. He a second-year player that went to Denver, who went to Denver on the road Monday night and shredded their ass. And shredded them without Sammy Watkins. Shredded them. Stafford got the same weapons he got, basically. Mine's a tight end. Yeah, you sleepy. It's time to go. All right, we see if they lose to Jacksonville tomorrow, but I doubt it. It's raining too. Stafford probably has the most weapons in the league, but Jim Bob Cooter just don't know how to use the talent. Yep, we've been saying that shit about since Scott Linehan. Huh?
Not ready.
Not ready to go to sleep?
No.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Make sure you be here. Make sure you be here. I'm going to go live as soon as they beat the Jaguars. Make sure you be here. They have the crib, too. They have the crib, too. Y'all can put it on Jim Bob Cooter. Who y'all want? The Lions employ Jim Bob Cooter. If Detroit loses to Green Bay tomorrow, it's Brandon Wills. Get rid of Jim Bob Cooter on the bye week and start looking for a new offensive coordinator because Zeke Ansah. You're paying him to be there for no reason. Ain't nobody taking Zeke Ansah. Jalen gonna hurt, heal. I bet you he'll. Look here, man. I'm all right. Get off topic for a minute, man. Yeah, I know. Get off topic for a minute, bro. Jalen fucking Ramsey is not even gonna be on Tyreek Hill 30% of the time. Probably not even 20% of the time. They ain't gonna use Tyreek Hill in the backfield. You think they'd be stupid enough to line Tyreek Hill up against Jalen Ramsey on the outside? You crazy? He gonna be in motion. He gonna be coming out the backfield. Lay down.
It's just a phone.
He gonna be coming out the backfield, all types of stuff. They're not gonna have to put Tyreek Hill on Jalen Ramsey. Watch. They not about to do that, bro. I'm trying to tell you that right now. Okay, man, put some money on it then, bro. Aaron Brown, put some money on it. What you want to put on it? Put some money. Whatever you want to put on it. I got Kansas City, bro. But tomorrow I got the Packers 26-24. I think it'd be more high scoring than that. I didn't know Muhammad Wilkerson was out for the season. Yeah, nope, I thought so. Hill not going, man. You don't understand how they play. Hill is not lining up on Ramsey better check Travis Kelce. Because that's who's gonna hurt them. That's who's gonna hurt them. But I got the Lions falling to the Packers tomorrow, man. 26-24. Okay, whatever you want to bet. Now back to roasting the Lions. Well, it's not really about roasting Lions, man. My email right in the description. Or as it all, let me put my email in the description while I be fucking lying. Hold on, let me put my email in my description. What is you doing? You like that?
Yeah.
You can play with it. There you go, right there. I just updated my email. You email me in the description, man. But yeah, I got the Lions winning, bro. I got the Packers winning by 2. But it kind of changed a little bit because I didn't know Muhammad Wilkerson was out for the season. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but I think Green Bay gonna slow the pace down. I think Green Bay gonna slow the pace down. That's what I think. I think Green Bay gonna slow the pace down. I think it's gonna be a low-scoring game than we expect. I think this is the 4th highest over/under in Vegas this weekend because I think Atlanta and Pittsburgh is up to 58 points now, the over and under. It's over 58 points. And people think Pittsburgh and Atlanta going to break 58 points. And I think the Packers was around 50-something points, okay? It might have went up. It might have went down. So it's a high-scoring game. Fantasy players I like from this game. My sleeper is Ty Montgomery for the Packers and Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones is more than a sleeper this game. Jimmy Graham at your own risk. I would, if you playing daily fantasy, I wouldn't pay up for Aaron Rodgers, but I would pay down to Matthew Stafford. I like Golden Tate again this week. Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones. Both of them straight plays. Kerryon Johnson is play at your own risk, but I really, really like Aaron Jones this game. I really, really like Golden Tate this game. And I like Matthew Stafford this game.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you broke it. I really like them this game, but I got the Lions losing by 2. Okay, late field goal. Antonio Jenkins, Lang, and Ansah are not getting a second chance next year.
Antonio, yeah, I mean, yeah. Probably not. I know Ziggy ain't. Jones need to retire, man. I mean, Lane need to retire, excuse me. M. Jones likes to kill the Packers. Yeah, down the field, but he got an ankle injury, though. He got an ankle injury. So, yeah, I don't know how bad it is, but I like Golden Tate.
I got Kanye.
You got to use the bathroom?
No.
Okay, lay down. Mars Landing, he says, I'm not going to have a type of war with you. If you look at the past 9 years, Jacksonville has gotten better. Chicago have gotten better. Philly have gotten better. The Vikings in Tampa Bay got better. The Vikings in Tampa Bay, where are the Detroit in the mix of all of this? Where were we at? Not getting better. Look like we better on paper. And then we actually get out there. It's the coaches. It's the coaches. It's the coaches, man. So, it is what it is, man. Yeah, I still like the Packers by 2. Late field goal, man. Late field goal. That's just my opinion right there. If it's any defense you want to take too, I'm gonna say this. I'll take the Lions defense in fantasy tomorrow. They're real cheap on FanDuel. They're 3,100. I don't know why. Just got a feeling that might be a good defense. They 4th in the league in sacks, so that's something to look at. Why Terrell Crosby ain't getting a PT, especially with Lang out. He must be struggling in practice. Or the Lions just don't want to play him because he's a rookie. They trust Kenny Wiggins. But that could be a problem. He could be struggling, man. But I thought, Kenny Wiggins got beat real bad. Was it last week? But, he ain't been atrocious. He ain't been Greg Robinson atrocious. Lay down. He ain't been Greg Robinson atrocious, man. So I ain't mad at him, man. I'm going to log off, watch Spider-Man. You going to watch Spider-Man?
Yeah.
So you ready to watch Spider-Man. So we're going to watch Spider-Man. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, he ain't bad, though, man. He ain't bad. Yep. He ain't been Greg Robinson bad. Greg Robinson was terrible.
Noise.
What noise?
Oh.
Okay, you want to hear the TV? Okay, give me a minute. All right, I got to go, y'all. I appreciate it. 313 JMO, Mars Landing, Streetwise Television. I appreciate everybody for rolling through. Frederick Williams. Everybody, man. Appreciate it.